Hey guys, it's Landon Mccarter with Secure Agent Marketing. You can see that I'm not in our more normal setup. We didn't set up the table. I wanted a little bit more of a casual setting. I wanted to kind of shoot a video that's really just talking through a few things that I'm learning overall in the insurance industry, specifically as an insurance marketer. This is going to be kind of a casual, chat video as opposed to a content-heavy focus. So if you don't follow our content, this may not be exactly something you may have expected based on the thumbnail or the title. But what I wanted to do is just kind of walk through. At this point, I was looking at our numbers. We spend about $1 million a month on insurance digital marketing, whether that's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, AdWords, landing page development, whatever. And I wanted to try to sort of walk through, how we look at things, how it all makes sense, and some common pitfalls that I feel like potential clients of ours kind of fall into. And I want to try and head that off as much as I can because I'm seeing similar patterns with some groups of clients that we have. And any time I try and notice like a pattern and there's some value that I can add to our people, that I try to like address that and see what we can do together. So one of the first common mistakes that I see on insurance marketing specifically is really not being consistent with whatever you're doing. So be strategic in how you choose what direction you're going to go. What I mean by direction is if we're going to try and use social media to drive leads into a landing page, you really want to try and stick with that for, at least the general strategy, 90 days. But even pivoting like the ads and stuff more than once a month is a mistake. Now, if we start to see things that are out of control in terms of cost per lead, cost per click, click-through rates are broken, that's when we raise our hands as the marketers and say, look, this is not, this is not correct. We need to course correct. But really, one of the common things that I find is that sometimes I end up working with, brand new entrepreneurs or people that are just now getting in the insurance game. And by week one, they're like already like giving me feedback on the quality of the leads or whatever. And that's like great. Like we want feedback, but it doesn't really help that early because it's such a small sample size. And there's really not a lot of pivots to make at that point anyways. Not to mention Facebook and Google and YouTube all use artificial intelligence to optimize campaigns. So, I've done millions and millions and millions of dollars of Facebook advertising. I had a Facebook actual account rep that would give us, quarterly reports on how we were doing as an agency, et cetera. And one of the things they always told us was stopping and starting campaigns, literally like there's nothing more that's more detrimental to your campaign because it's getting in the way of the artificial intelligence, optimizing it to the crowd that they have. What I mean is whenever it comes to a Facebook campaign, Facebook actually has different profiles that they have built out by their user bases. So they'll even tell you they have what they would call clicky people, that are high engaging users, meaning they'll like and Facebook and comment and all. They're very engaged in pages and brands and all that. And if you'll just let Facebook do its thing, what they'll do is they'll start to find the audiences that clicked but didn't convert and move impressions away from that, go into people that did convert and start to really massage the audience on what's getting the best results. Because obviously Facebook knows that if you're getting better results with their platform, you're going to spend more money. So they're incentivized to have those algorithms, teach itself on what is an engaging audience for you guys based on the different advertising types. So you can run, conversion campaigns, lead campaigns, click link campaigns, like campaigns, all kinds of stuff. And it was interesting to me whenever we had our Facebook rep, they would actually tell us, if anybody is going after the vanity metrics, like trying to get after Facebook likes or whatever, they would remove that option from their platform altogether if they could, because it's just not a good option to try and go for. You don't want to go for Facebook likes specifically. My point is that there's more than one way to kind of build an ad campaign, and sometimes if you're not working with a professional, you're kind of going down the wrong path altogether. So I would highly, highly encourage, no matter who you work with, this isn't just our clients, but this is just anybody, just stay consistent with whatever you do on marketing. That goes across insurance marketing in any industry that you are a part of. Just stay consistent. Another common mistake that I find with some of our clients, and just being in the insurance industry specifically, is you guys hear me talk about buyer intent all the time. There's a lot of different variances of buyer intent. One buyer intent is give me on the front porch as cheap as possible. 10 buyer intent is I only want to talk to this person, this type of person. I don't care how much it costs to get in front of that person. I only want to talk to this type of person. So we've kind of found our way into a sweet spot of buyer intent. But doing social media ads only take you to a certain point of buyer intent, meaning there's a certain point where you can't get past a 6 on the buyer intent scale unless you totally switch gears, get out of the Facebook lead gen platform, and go start building landing pages that qualify those users and then driving website traffic into those landing pages from Google, YouTube, or even Facebook traffic and adding that extra layer. Because it is easier to convert on a lead page within Facebook than it is as a consumer. It's easier to convert that way than converting on a landing page specifically. So what I mean is by adding in that extra step of the landing page and opt in that way, you're automatically getting a better lead. Now, what happens to the cost per lead? Of course, it goes up, but the quality goes up as well. That's why we talk about buyer intent. So what a good marketer does and a good insurance marketer does is they stay consistent with a general strategy until they've maxed out the buyer intent level on that particular platform, and then they adjust and find their sort of equilibrium after some time. But some of the things that I talk about with optimizing campaigns and all that makes it seem like we should be having these conversations, every week or every 2 weeks, when really you should be changing your ad copy maybe once a month at most. Really, even Facebook will tell you that's too often. And even then, they don't want you to take the ad copy and the creative change. They want you to maybe tweak and optimize the targeting on the backside for best results. So one of the things that's happened in the insurance industry lately is people are being so spoiled on lead gen with social media that they think that it's like this magic lever that we can just switch on, get 20 leads in. I should have an 80% contact rate. I should close however much premium that I can, when they don't realize before Facebook sort of came in and spoiled everybody that our really only other real option was direct mail or TV advertising, with which the barrier to entries to those are both very high. Now, TV still works, direct mail still works, telemarketed leads still work, it all still works. But digital marketing has kind of spoiled us to be expecting a lot more than what traditional marketing has been able to bring in the past. Now, that's also a good thing. That means we've got a sharper knife to use. So, it's a fun game, but one of the things that you can over optimize, some people want to be pivoting before you're learning anything. Everything that you're doing on a digital marketing strategy should be data driven, results driven. Here's the key performance indicator that's telling me why to make this move. And a lot of times people are trying to make moves before we even know any data, just because they can. And they're like, well, I talked to these 10 leads and I only talked to 8. And then those 8 weren't that good. And so I want to pivot the strategy. It's like, well, just chill out and take a little more leads, take a little more time, work the leads, massage your campaign, and massage your leads that you're getting, so that you can actually experience what averages you can kind of get. Work it for multiple weeks. There's no magic secret dust that we can just sprinkle on any marketing campaign and it works. On the flip side, sometimes we have campaigns that nail it. It's so funny to me. It's like I'll get on a phone call with a guy or a girl that's like, you wouldn't believe it, I closed $16,000 of premium this weekend on your Facebook leads. Hang up with that, open my email. Facebook leads suck. I'm moving over to telemarketing leads. Close that email. Talk to my friend that's doing a bunch of T leads, that's loving it, going overseas to set up everything. It's like the core of his business, honestly. And he's a multi-million-dollar telemarketing center, and that's fantastic. And then I talked to this other telecenter that's like, we're cutting T leads all together. It's a train wreck. The Congress is shutting things down. And I'm just like, it can be looked at as so chaotic. And so what I'm trying to do is offer a solution here. And I want to do that with just by means of an illustration, okay? So I live in Springfield, Missouri, for those of you that don't know where that is. That's in the southern part of Missouri. It's the third largest market in Missouri, in the Midwest. And we are known for our lakes. I have a lake house. I don't fish as much as my neighbors and everybody does, but I do fish. And there's people that are really good fishermen, and there's people that are not good fishermen that just try, like me. I'm not that good. I don't know where to go. If I want to actually catch some 4-pound bass, I've got to go with my friends that are good fishermen. Why? Because they know when to catch a fish, time of the day, what lure, what's my tackle, what kind of boat do I need, what time of day, what time of year. And even in that particular context, there's even more ways that separates the good fisherman from the great. I've got a friend that runs a digital marketing agency that is only specialized in the outdoor industry. And when that guy gets a fishing pole in his hand, I mean, he catches 4-pound bass all the day. I could do the same thing and read a blog and take a course on how to catch bass. I'm just not catching the bass. And so what my point is that there's good marketers and there's bad marketers. There's good fishermen and there's bad fishermen. What we are looking for with secure agent marketing is clients that understand the process and understand that it takes time, but that also there's some mutual trust there with the actual marketers. It's like, okay, these guys are good marketers. They specialize in the industry. They do millions of dollars of ad spend just in the insurance industry. We can trust them. Whether we have a great month or not on the first month, that shouldn't determine if we're enjoying working together. You know what I'm saying? So my point is that sometimes I feel like because digital marketing has the ability to pivot on a dime, that they think that's what we should do all the time, when really the best way to do it is just to set up a strategy, see it through, look at the numbers, and adjust. Maybe that's a monthly process. Maybe that's every 6-week process. Maybe it's an every 8-week process. But over 6 to 8 to 12 months, you will find success. You will find that you will be catching those 4-pound bass. So, there's just this interesting theme in the insurance marketing industry, because I think part of what it is I think everybody needs leads to be successful. So it's like a really highly scrutinized portion of the business. And so it becomes this very frantic decision-making portion of the business instead of seeing it through, which in the end ends up shooting yourself in the foot overall anyways. Now, digital marketing is not the end-all be-all answer for insurance leads. You've never heard me say that all other marketing sucks and digital is the only way to go. But I will tell you that if you don't have a portion of your lead development in digital, whether that's Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, landing page, whatever, then you're way behind the curve. You're going to need to get that going ASAP, because that's where all the big brands are headed. I will tell you that you guys have also, anybody that's been following me for any length of time has known that YouTube is in the beta process of launching this lead capture platform. I got into the beta. I'm testing it. I'm building Medicare final expense ad campaigns today, and it's exciting stuff. And so my encouragement to you guys is to find a marketer. I don't care if it's secure agent marketing or someone else that you trust, but just start to have this perspective. Don't try and throw it on the wall and see if it sticks. If you talk to any successful marketers, like I could put you in touch with 10 of my top, $20 to $100 million a year, in premium clients, and they would all tell you the same thing, which is you got to be consistent. You got to see it through. You got to try things. You got to test the fences. You got to figure it out. Nobody would say, like, none of their budgets are like, boom, this way, that way, like they're not ADD with their marketing budgets. None of them are, I promise, or their process. They're strategic. They see it through. They make good decisions at the beginning, and they see it through. Anyways, I hope this was beneficial for you guys. It may have been a little more casual than what we're used to, but I hope it helped, and we'll see you on the flip side.